if it's what I want to do.
Hello, what I'm in, and nice to meet you. Got some questions I'm wondering, can you answer like...
What's up YouTube, Dan here, and welcome to episode number 2 of season number 2 of my Real Madrid Career Mode series. So, we are still in the transfer window, and sadly there won't be any gameplay in today's episode as we are still in the transfer window, my personal favourite part of Career Mode. So, in the last episode we started making some offers for some new players like the likes of Wilshere, Goetze, Ozil, those kind of players, and I've looked at all the comments in the last video asking for players you want me to buy. A lot of you have said similar players to the players I've actually gone for. So, here is Di Maria, the 87 rated, 26 years old, and Arsenal actually offered 19.5 million, I do believe, and actually counter offered for 29.5 million, adding on an extra 10 million. You can see there, Bayern Munich actually wanted over 72 million, which is absolutely insane. And for a player that's only rated 87, I know that's still good, but that's Ronaldo, Bale, Neymar money, and I don't think Goetze is that good, and still be a fantastic player to bring into the team. But if I don't actually find any other players I actually want, I will go for Mario Goetze towards the end of the transfer window. So in today's episode, as I said, we have got no gameplay, and I'd like to say a massive thank you for all support on episode number 1 of season number 2, and we actually hit around about 50 likes in the first couple of hours, which is absolutely insane for a channel of my size. So thanks for thanks for all support on the first episode of season number 2. So I kind of have a topic I want to talk about for the first couple of minutes of this episode, and that is about career mode. So first of all, I'd like to talk about Ultimate Team. So in Ultimate Team, you can do a lot of variety. There's a lot of variety you can do. So first of all, you have player reviews, you have squad builders, you have pack openings, and you also have road to glories and that kind of thing. And I was kind of thinking about on career mode, you can't really do too much apart from like career mode guides, and also like obviously doing a career mode walkthrough, and maybe some other stuff that I can't really remember off the top of my head. So I was kind of thinking, if I did actually start a new career mode kind of series, it's not actually career mode, tell me what you like to see. I'm kind of thinking about doing maybe team reviews, like say for example Borussia Dortmund. I kind of talk about my strengths, my weaknesses whilst using their team, and leave that in the comment section below if you have any other ideas. I will look through all the comments and reply to all the comments as usual. So anyway, we actually accept the offer for Jack Wilshere, 35 million he was actually worth. We actually got him on a bargain for around about 10.5 million plus Nuri Sahin, and as I said in the last episode, they're actually quite similar players, as they are quite technical. They're both left-footed, obviously, not the strongest, but still can tackle as well. So you can see most of the teams actually on the international break, and that's kind of a bad thing, because I thought I'd be able to use Belgium in the World Cup, but they're not actually in the World Cup, obviously, as they're not in real life as well, and that's really, really bad, because I didn't actually get to use them in the World Cup qualifiers either, because I only went into the team as they went into the international friendlies, and that's why I never got to use them really. So I'm kind of maybe going until 2016, maybe going to sim until 2016, and then hopefully do maybe the Euro League, no, not Euro League, but the Euro 2016, sorry. So anyway, you can see that Angel Di Maria actually decided to pay the 29.5 million, and at this moment I was absolutely surprised, because 29.5 million for, in my opinion, the player I don't really enjoy too much, and I think he's effective but not effective as he looks, and 87 rated, and he's actually worth around about 25 million. He's just not that good, and I prefer players like Gundogan, and also players like Ronaldo, Bale obviously, and even Goetze, Ozil. I do prefer those players, and he's worth so much, so I kind of want to sell him now, and a lot of you guys did actually agree with him. There he is, Angel Di Maria going to Arsenal for 29.5 million, and the board, as normal, actually knock off a bit of the money, and actually putting it down to 22 million in the end. So that knocks my transfer budget up to around about 80 million, and that's going to decrease by 7 million as we do buy Romelu Lukaku. A lot of you guys saying that is an absolute steal. 6.5 million for Lukaku is absolutely insane, and for a player that has an amazing potential, that is probably one of the bargains of the century. So we are still using the 4-2-3-1 as well. Maybe I'll change to a new formation, as maybe I'll go and buy another centre back. You're going to see towards the end of the episode if I do go for a new centre back, because in the last episode I was kind of talking about maybe buying a new centre back as a backup centre back, but you're going to see who I have in mind for this episode, and I look through all the comments as I normally do in the last episode. So again, a massive thank you for all the support on this series. It's really motivating, and I just love all you guys for all the support you've given on this series, and I just cannot wait for next gen. And I've had a lot of questions recently saying that you want to know my intro music. So by the way, from now on I'll actually leave it in the description. I thought I'd kind of forget about it. I used to do it, but not a lot of you guys actually realised that. But it's called Hello World Bandana Split, and if you don't know, go and search that on YouTube. It will probably come up as a dubstep, not on non-copyrighted music or something, and it's really nice music. I really do love listening to it as well, and it kind of goes with the intro, but I'm just talking absolute shit. So anyway, we are accepting Heung-min Son into the team. We're actually going to debate whether I need him or not, because a lot of you guys are actually saying maybe you should just leave him, because I could maybe buy him in my Schalke career mode. A lot of you guys saying he's not really up to standards that I need in my Real Madrid team. Obviously I've got Balotelli, I've now got Lukaku, I've got the Diego Costa, so maybe I'll leave him for now. But you can see Barcelona wanted Gareth Bale. There is absolutely no chance of getting him, so just going to whack on a 999 million counter offer for him, and hopefully we can sell him. And yeah, so if I got that amount of money, I'll just go and buy Messi, and then in the next transfer window I'll go and buy Bale again. So anyway, here's an offer I normally get from Man City, obviously going for Sergio Ramos. Imagine Sergio Ramos and company at the back, that'd be absolutely insane. But they actually offered a bit of money, but there's no way I'm going to accept Sergio Ramos. The way he plays, I just love how he plays as well, and he's actually quite casual as well. He's really good at tackling and also really attacking as well, as he does get forward a lot. So anyway, we're actually getting off here from Fiorentina for Ilamendi. I can never know how to pronounce his name, so I'm actually going to have a go. So it's Elara Mendy, I do believe. I've never actually had a look at that name, but he's actually 80 rated, 24 years old. I don't actually know what team he came from, so leave that in the comment section below. I've never heard of him before this season, obviously, as he signed for Real Madrid. He must be a good player if he's going to Real Madrid, but leave that in the comment section below. So you can see we're having a look at Jesse Rodriguez. Again, a lot of offers from players that are from teams like Aston Villa, Espanyol, as you can see there. And actually going off here for Carviol from Seville. Not going to sell him because he is a really good prospect for the future. So I'll probably do maybe one more season, then move on to Schalke for my next gen. As I said, I cannot wait for that, so that'll be probably coming in the next month or so. So moving on to a next offer here from Liverpool for Arbeloa. So I do believe he actually played for Liverpool back in the day, around about from about 2006 to around about the late 2008, 2009, that kind of seasons. And he was actually on the bench for that's what I actually remember, because Glenn Johnson actually came in, and he's actually moved to Real Madrid, become a first team player. So Liverpool really do regret that, because he's actually become a decent right back and also a good squad player as well. So we're actually getting off here from Ilamendi again. They actually wanted to pay the 17 million, but I was thinking he's going to be a great player in the future, so I kind of want to keep hold of him. And it's really annoying that I can't actually transfer this over to next gen, because I would do, because this has been so enjoyable. I love using this team. I know it's a bit overpowered, but still it's really enjoyable trying to win every title in one season, and I hope to do that in this season, hopefully trying to win the Champions League, obviously the Spanish Cup final again, and also the league as well, hopefully beating Barcelona once again. So into our first friendly of the season. As you guys know, I don't like to play these friendlies because I think they're a waste of time, and always against easy opponents. But by the way, we do actually have Man United as well, so I'll probably I don't think I'll play that in the end. So anyway, here we actually going to look at Mangala, who actually, by the way, won that game. I think it's 2-0 in the end. Pepe actually picked up a knock, but he's not going to be out for too long. And let's have a look at Mangala. So he's actually 23 years old. I didn't actually realise he was that young, but I actually offered around about 8 million for him. I think that'll be a bit too much, because I was looking at his wages thing. He's only on 60,000 a week, so I'm not guessing he's that much. And they actually came back and said they wanted something like 25 million, as you're about to see in a moment. So again, Bale is wanted by, obviously, Bayern Munich. He was wanted by Barcelona as well, and I didn't really go for the 999 million, as Barcelona didn't want for that much. But still, I wasn't going to sell him. He's an absolutely amazing player on this game, and he's actually gone up to 36 million worth as well. So in the last episode, I asked for what you guys think about Bale going to Real Madrid in real life for 85 million, and yeah, so a lot of you guys said he's a bit overpriced, but I think if he does well this season, I think it'll be worth it. So as we go into our last pre-season game of today's episode, it's actually up against Man United, but I'll just quickly talk about the games coming up in the next episode. We do have Atletico Madrid as our first game of the season. That's going to be absolutely insane. We have 2 legs up against Barcelona, obviously, in the what's it, like the Charity Shield equivalent in Spain. I don't really know too much about Spain or Spanish football. So as you can see there, we've got Atletico Madrid coming up in the next episode. We've also got Rayo Vallecano coming up as well. So it should be a great start to the season, a really tough start as well. So hopefully we can get some points on the board. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.